or Chase Daniels, making huge stops. And then you got Joe Waterman, the man who picks it up on 4th and inches and runs it all the way back for the touchdown.
And this is a quarterback keeper. He's actually gets some running room, and he's going to gain about 6.
That's about a high-low hit right there, and he just gets leveled. But he picks up 6 first. So Madeira is 6 of 10 on 3rd down conversions so far tonight. Indian Hill only 2 of 5, so Madeira's favor right here is to convert, only converting about 60% of the time.
And they're not going to do it here
this time. So, interestingly enough, tonight, the cheerleaders are joined by a bunch of other cheerleaders, and that's just got to be fun for the whole crowd, really leading the fans in a couple cheers here.
Oh, yeah, we got all the youngsters out here. I think it goes down to kindergarten of all the cheerleading ages. So
we saw at halftime all the future Braves, run onto the field.
Yeah.
Hopefully they'll all be with us. Indian Hill's really established a program. Joe Waterman,
and he almost gets that one. And
he tipped it.
Yeah. Oh, and there we go. We got some running room. And the Braves are going to get great field position at about the 38-yard line of Madeira.
So that's Joe. With that one.
Joe's
all
had an
over the place
game
tonight, man. Having a great game tonight.
So let's see if the Braves offense can get it done here. This is about, they got to this point and then started getting their offense rolling at the very end of the half when they finally scored on that trick play. So we'll see what they can do here.
So they're going to have trips left, Balser on the right. Gill back at quarterback in the shotgun. And it's going to be a handoff inside to Von Dillon. He's going to get to about the yard of scrimmage, maybe pick up 1.
Madeira's defense is trying to jump around there, trying to get the Braves to jump off sides. But that doesn't work, and they're trying to do anything right here to get a stop because they need to tie this one up. But so far, both defenses on.
They're running a 4-2. As you can see, both their ends are up. They send a rusher to the outside. Jim Thomas does a great job.
Nicky Kiriakis wide open, and he puts a move and gets past the first tackler, gets a block, and finally he's taken down at about the 23-yard line. Good move by Nicky Kiriakis to get past his first defender.
So well over the first down there on that pickup.
Yeah.
Bo Cordell stepped back, had confidence, had plenty of time to throw, and delivers the bullet pass to Nicky Kiriakis, who's able to get a little there.
And Peter, I'm going to bet this is going to be a running play. We got Kevin McFarland coming in.
Mike Gahn as well is going to come in at receiver.
Yeah.
Kevin McFarland's going to line up at fullback. Mike Gahn's going to be the down tight end. It's going to be a handoff to Kevin McFarland.
And
trap inside.
Maybe 1.
So McFarland's going to stay in the game.
So Indian Hill's offense running pretty smooth at the moment. This is what we'd like to see get going.
We got line to the right.
We got Bolzer and
going to put a couple more in the box. Play action pass.
Oh, it's a little behind the intended receiver there.
So Bo Cordell just really getting hit after the play.
So it's going to be 3rd and about 9 for the Braves here. They're at about the 21 or 22 yard line. Bo Cordell, a shotgun. It's going to be a pass. Valentin. Oh, and there we go. Bolzer had a chance there, but it goes off his fingertips, and that's going to fall incomplete. It's going to be 4th and about 9 at the Braves' 22-yard line. So, interesting decision here for the Braves. They're going to go ahead and go for it because we don't have the leg strength that we used to with kickers such as Zach Minturn.
So Indian Hill in the shotgun. Put a man in motion, so it's going to make it trips right. That's a good pass. 2 seam routes right in the middle there.
And that's going to be a first down.
Open. Leonard was open too, the man who went in motion.
Yeah.
And Bo just picks one that he likes and is able to come up with a connection.
So the Braves are going to have the chance to get a first down here, only it's not likely because the first down marker is going to be about half a yard, maybe a yard near the goal line. So more than likely they won't be able to get that. But they are knocking at Madeira's door right now.
Cordell in the shotgun again. Leonard in motion. This time he's going to get the handoff. He tried to take it around the end. Oh,
he's going to cut it back.
Cordell's going to throw a block here. Leonard's going to get back to about the line of scrimmage there.
Yeah.
He always, that brings you back to the good old days of Cole Kuznow. He used to play quarterback, run the option, keep it. And as I remember watching from the sidelines, you watch linemen just throw blocks continuously. You never knew when he was going to get knocked down. He could avoid tackles like no other. And so, one thing to mention, new press box here at Indian Hill. Really
Very
nice.
true.
New uniforms, new team this year. We got 2 different options. We got an offense and a defensive team, and they are still looking like the good old Braves of last year.
Cordell out of the shotgun. He's going to pass. He's got some pressure. Bolzer's there. Touchdown, Bolzer.
Bolzer really gets up, extends for that one. Gets up a little too high. Can't catch it at its highest point. Catches it right about the middle of his chest. But does a great job handling that with the Madeira defenders' hands all entangled with his.
And Peter, it's funny you mentioned the new press box because we've got some new damage to it. A hole was recently kicked in the wall, so we're going to have to take care of that.
Yep. IHCN's been doing a great job. You gotta commend Paul Cassidy so far this year. Great job. Really turned the program around from what it was toward the end of last year. He's making it improve. We ran all the wiring here in the stadium, so hopefully the visual looks as good as it is here with the new lights on the field.
Look at this, Peter. The Braves are going for 2. Cordell out of shotgun. He's going to pass. And
Tons of pressure, and
he's going to get sacked. And
I don't know if that was supposed to be a screenplay. It almost looked like it was setting up to be.
I think so.
Because those guys came unblocked.
And actually, Peter, that's going to be the first sack of the year for Bo Cordell.
But as I was saying, IHN podcast did a really good job. The van's completely different.
The van is amazing now.
It is amazing, and hopefully they'll be able to go on the road this year a couple times and maybe announce a couple games, something we couldn't do in the past. So hopefully they keep up the good work and continue to improve the program as it goes on.
Oh yeah. So we got Schmidt going to kick the ball off again for the Braves. He squibbed it all night. No reason to think he's going to change that now.
So I'm saying Joe Ward makes a tack on this one.
Are you playing roulette here with football, Peter? And you're wrong. Kramer Hendricks, there you go.
He stopped the runners, He stopped 2 blockers there.
Kramer Hendricks with a great tackle there, just great pursuit, and is able to drag the man down. And he's a little shaken up as he hits the ground. He hits the ground hard, but he's a tough guy.
It's a cold night. Those hits hurt a little bit more. They sting a little bit.
All right, so Madeira is looking to answer here. They're on their own 27-yard line. They're going to hand it off, and
Pick up a couple there.
Yeah, they're going to pick up a couple, maybe 3.
CJ Wilson with the carry there, picked up about 4.
Kramer's going to come back in for the Braves, and Bird is going to be out of the shotgun. The same formation we've seen all night. They're not really changing anything up on offense. They're just kind of get it done with what they know.
His own blocker gets stood up by a bunch of Braves, and Mike Schmidt's going to jump on top of the pile and knock it down.
So we got 3rd and about 4 here. Madeira's in their own territory. Ball on their own about 35-yard line.
And one of the Madeira players is going to go down. And he's going to be attended to by the Madeira trainers.
So we're going to have an injury timeout here for just a moment.
Maybe just cramp it up. Surprising to get cramps tonight, though. It's such a cold night. You usually don't cramp up when it's cold. Must not have been hydrated enough. You know, John Beatty, the great John Beatty, who played defensive end here, actually tied with sacks. He's on the top sacks list. And he used to always drink enough water before the game. You know, Terry Conti and him used to go back and forth about how much water you were adequately supposed to drink. And he never cramped up.
Tell us about the pickle juice, Peter.
The pickle juice, well, pickle juice is an interesting thing. You know, a lot of players will drink pickle juice before the game. Zach Minturn used to do it. I know Kramer Hendricks has done it. You know, it just prevents you from cramping. But I personally never did. I haven't acquired the taste for pickle juice. The only problem is if you drink it too late, though, you get sick right away as soon as it hits the stomach.
So the Madeira player is going to limp off the field, and play is going to resume here. Hopefully he's all right. If the Braves get a stop here, they're in position to take command of this game. It's 19-7 right now, and a crucial 3rd down for Madeira. And they're going to hand it off in the middle. And it looks like, they've got it and more. Some good running by number 8, and he's finally dragged out of bounds.
Tony Ramirez with a ton of yards there.
Yeah, and Minturn finally gets him down.
Plays linebacker for Madeira as well, and man, he's just trucking people.
Oh,
there.
yeah.
Chase Daniels got hooked to the outside, and he was able to find a seam there and just run. Chase Daniels really needs to push that play down, so it forces it inside, and he was hooked on that play. So Indian Hill will make the stop, but it's about 4 yards downfield. So Madeira really driving on the Braves right here, Andrew.
I think they found, or at least they've started to get their running game together a little bit here. So they're gonna put some pressure on the Braves that way. Drive down the field. We got about 3 minutes and 20 seconds left in the 3rd quarter.
So Zach Friedman now in for the Braves, lining up a defensive tackle along with Sam Moore. They're going to run a twist.
We had another handoff up the middle.
Correction, that was Ross Lockwood. Matt Keller a little slow to get up there.
Braves fans, welcome back to the brief.
So how can you forget the Madeira game of last year, a muddy one?
Oh yeah,
at Madeira, and it was just, man, it was all over the place. I remember driving home. Good thing it was a short ride, because that would not have been fun, even though we came away with the victory.
Case Cousineau had a big game that game.
Chase Asbury, yeah.
Oh yeah, Boss Ross.
Ross Lockwood going to get in there, force some pressure, make a huge pile. And the running back's just not going to be able to get around it.
And he actually trips him up with his shoulder pads.
Right now.
I think his foot got tangled up in Ross's pads there a little bit, and that's why he's limping. And so It says 4th down right now. Madeira seems that they're going to go for it. They're at the Braves about
1 minute
38.
30 seconds. You know, you're on. That's a long field goal, almost an impossible field goal. Kicking, punting, you're not going to pick up too much ground. You know, Madeira has confidence in their defense. They've stopped Indian Hill's offense to this point. They're going to go for the pass.
Oh, man, he's wide. Oh, but the pass is well short as he got hit and taken down. He pump faked, but he didn't have enough time really to do that. And so when he went to actually throw the ball, he got knocked down and it fell short.
Indian Hill's offense is going to come back on the field. Again, able to score last time. So let's see if Indian Hill can't put it in again.
Yeah. Cordell in the shotgun.
Pump fakes.
Oh, wide.
Over the middle.
There you go. Nicky Kiriakis who's open.
Huge connection with Nicky Kiriakis.
You know, it was really just Bo's choice there because every single receiver was wide open on that play.
So Mike Gaughan's going to come in.
So Indian Hill's offense is starting to get on a roll here as Bo
Cordell
gets
gets
a long
leveled.
pass that's going to be short as he got hit. Yeah.
He gets absolutely leveled. I mean, I don't know how many more of those hits he can take. He's slow to get up each time, and he's just getting drilled. I hope he has the extra protection like Sherp did with the extra rib pads.
Yeah.
Because he's just getting drilled.
So it's 2nd and 10 after that incomplete pass. The Braves are at the 44-yard line of Madeira.
So 4-2 front again.
And he's going to pass over to Nicky Kiriakis, who's going to get a block and is able to turn it upfield for some positive yardage of about 7 or 8 yards.
So
Close
Nicky
to a first down.
Kiriakis seeming to be Bo Cordell's favorite receiver tonight.
Yeah.
I think that is Franco Aguirre on the PA system. You know, came back. You know, wanted to relive the glory days of last year. They got a new system, new speakers, and it sounds pretty good. A little bit different than the last year I would always cut out. But
you know, Peter, if you look around at the lights, you can tell. I mean, it seems a lot brighter on the field for some reason. Then you look up and realize we got new lighting too. We replaced the enormous wooden telephone poles with nice shiny metal ones and some new high-tech lighting. And so the Braves are playing in crisp clarity.
A lot of improvements to the team this year. You know, as you can see in the end zone, even Coach Tyson always wanted that angle for reviewing defensive film, and they have a cherry picker out there, and they're getting a different angle than they've ever had before.
And it's definitely one of the best angles you can have for reviewing stuff like that. You can even shot of the field. It's not
obviously
angled.
beneficial to this point. I mean, we're letting up an average of 7 points a game.
And that's going to mark the end of the 3rd quarter. The Braves are on top, 19-7.
And were you surprised by Indian Hill going for 2, Andrew?
No, I wasn't really surprised. I mean, it wasn't really a crucial thing to do, but their last kick kind of was shanked, and they were kind of on an offensive roll there for a little bit. So, I mean, it's definitely a reasonable call. It's just unlucky that they missed some blocks and then Bo got sacked.
Don't forget that tomorrow night is also senior night for our girls soccer team at the Extravaganza with Tip City. There's a game of 1, 3, 5, and 7, 2-part university.
So 4th quarter, you know, this is what counts. This is what you play for.
Oh yeah.
Close game still. Indian Hill only up by 2 scores. And Madeira still not out of this one. Indian Hill can almost close this one out if they can score on this drive. Indian Hill's just going to run it right at the middle. Great
And they got
push.
a good push, yeah. So they got that
Forward
easily.
progress. They got that first down easily.
And Peter, when you look at the statistics, Indian Hill has allowed overall 45 points. They've allowed 42 points in their conference, so only 3 points came from non-conference play. And they've scored 118 points in conference, 173 out. If you look at Madeira, they've scored 108 total offensive points and allowed 128 over the 6 games they played. But 55 of those offensive points came from the 2 non-conference games.
Yeah.
And that's huge.
So under a lot of pressure there. I don't know what exactly happened. They sent a blitz to the outside and tons of pressure Cordell was under. Able to get that one off, so he didn't lose any yardage.
And so that's going to be a little play outside to the wing. They're going to pick up about 5 on the play. So it's going to be 3rd and about 5. Bo Cordell in the shotgun.
He changed motion. Fakes the
Fakes
handoff.
Steps up under pressure. And
That's almost intercepted by Madeira there. Short throw. He stepped up under the pressure but left the ball hanging out there. Almost got it knocked away but was able to get the pass off. But didn't really get his foot behind it. Didn't really get off that back foot to step and throw. He was stepping on the. He was throwing on the run.
He tried to hurry his throw because he felt the pressure, and that's why it fell short. Just luckily it fell short and not intercepted. So it's 4th down, and the Braves are going for it inside the Madeira 30-yard line. They've got about 6 yards to go. Bo's in the shotgun. It's going to be a pass. And there's Nicky Kariakis with a good first down catch of a pickup about 10 as he steps out of bounds.
Nicky Kariakis with tons of receptions here tonight.
Yeah. Definitely Bo's favorite receiver. And he's probably, I mean, I'm tempted to, at the end of the game, the way things are going, give him the game ball. I mean, he's thrown a touchdown pass.
I don't know, man. Joe Waterman, that set it off. Joe Waterman recovering the 4th and inches, taking it 66 yards. Never does a lineman get a game ball, okay? And that is an opportunity right there. That was an incredible play. Really started the Braves off.
Oh, what an excellent catch, ladies and gentlemen. Great pass by Bo Cordell. Excellent move by the receiver to get open. He was there all day waiting for the pass, and he leaps up in the air. The defensive back never gets his head around and just tries to drill the receiver and undercuts him, but he makes a spectacular catch, and it's 25-7 Indian Hill.
Cordell with his 2nd touchdown pass of the night. Tops Nicky now.
Yes, tops Nicky. Peter, when a receiver has the most catches and most yards receiving in a game and a touchdown pass, I mean that's a good reason to give him the ball, game ball.
That's pretty good. You just wait till bobble snap on the extra point. Joe Waterman throws a 2-point conversion. Wait for it.
All right. And so that extra point's not going to be good, and Braves are going to be kicking off here once again. It's the 4th quarter, and there's 11 minutes and 1 second left. And the Braves are in command.
Braves obvious why they go for it on 4th down so much. The kicking game just isn't what it was in the past. Hopefully that improves for the next couple of years. The team is so young. They have a lot of sophomores playing. While they do have the experience of older players, they're still pretty young. They got plenty of sophomores playing, plenty of juniors playing, and And Indian Hill is going to be a powerhouse in the CHL for the next couple years.
Oh, definitely, Peter. No doubt about that.
I
They
mean,
have for the past 3 years already.
I mean, that's how you build a program right there. You know, you give people the opportunity to play. And, you know, something people will be saying at the end of this season is this team better than last year's team? And I honestly don't know if you can compare the two, because this team gets to play the full game. Last year, our team, it was different. We only played the first half, and we gave some of these players, a lot of them played for us too, but some of these players got opportunities to play last year as sophomores and freshmen in the second half, because a lot of games we were taking out at halftime. Well,
That's true.
This is a great Indian Hill team, and I feel like they're going to do better in the playoffs. The league's a little bit different this year. Not quite as good as last year, although I can't believe the Braves beat Wyoming this year. I mean, that was
huge.
Unbelievable, huge win, and the momentum has been in their favor ever since. Hopefully they're able to pull out the victory. It seems like they have the nail in the coffin, but it's too early to say that yet. There's still plenty of time remaining, 10 minutes and 53 seconds to be exact. But still plenty of time. But that is the comparison that's going to be made at the end of this year.
And that pass is going to fall. That was tipped at the line of scrimmage and falls short.
If they win this game tonight, they're 7-0, and that is a terrific start to their season. Next week, we've got to face a true test, though, against Deer Park.
You know, Peter, and what's interesting is when they win this game, it looks like they're going to be winning. So if they win this game, they secure at least a share of the CHL title.
That is true, Andrew, because they only have Deer Park and Reading left. And Reading has 2 losses, I believe.
Yes.
And Deer Park only has 1.
But that's a conference loss.
That is a conference loss. But Deer Park has one of their better teams. And Mike Schmidt, with the pursuit, doesn't bring down the tackle. I think Chase Daniels.
Finally, Chase just pounds him into the ground.
You know, Mike Schmidt able to string that play out all the way to the sideline. Danny Gill gives a go at it, can't bring him down, and Chase Daniels just finishes it off. Defense making big stops. So I remember the calls. We're getting a lightning. We're gonna have a blitz by one of the defensive ends right here. Not sure which side.
Peter, you can't give away your team's secrets.
I know. I'm excited. There's gonna be a blitz here. See if it's not for Chase Daniels. Now it's for Joe Waterman. Oh, Chase almost gets to the quarterback.
Oh, and Matt Keller almost with the interception. He gets his hands on it. And he's got to be beating himself up about that, because that was right in his hands. But a good play nonetheless. He breaks that one up, and it's now 4th and 10 for Madeira. So,
Andrew, like I was saying, I think this team will go farther than any other team has in the past, though. I mean, they have the team to do it. We haven't really seen maybe the best out of the competition, but hopefully Purcell will be able to provide that with the last game of the season and then going into the playoffs. I mean, they have.
Oh, and a high snap over the kicker. We got pursuit. What's he going to do? He's going to get tackled. The ball's loose. Either way, the Braves have it. And they're going to get the ball at their own, at Madeira's 20-yard line. So another great opportunity. Good defensive play. And Peter, Indian Hill special teams are phenomenal.
Special teams really make the difference in the game. You got to think about it. There's 3 parts to a game of football, and a lot of people overlook special teams.
That's very true.
Such a vital part,
especially at a high school
tonight.
level.
And going into the playoffs, I hope Indian Hill can correct a couple things with extra points. Hopefully, they can start getting those, or figuring out how to go for 2 and accomplishing that, because that's going to be vital as they go into the playoffs with close games.
Peter, you say you expect this team to go farther in the playoffs than the past 2 years. Would you then expect this team to win more games than any other team in Indian Hill
I would
history?
have to say so. I mean, they have guys going both.
Bo Cordell with a deep pass.
Almost intercepted.
And it is intercepted.
And that's going to be an interception that's going to bring it out to the 20-yard line. So Cordell, 2 touchdowns and 1 interception to this point. But I do think they're going to go farther. I mean, they have more endurance throughout the season, obviously. They have guys only playing one way. Some guys play a little bit.
Right.
But that's going to be really beneficial when you get into the playoffs. You'll see, like, you'll be able to overrun other teams and overpower them by the time the 4th quarter runs around, just because guys are that much fresher. Because defense this year in particular is awesome. And that is key to winning. And
Peter, I mean, this team is fundamentally different than last year's team. They're both good, but last year's team was an offensive powerhouse, and this offense is good, but the defense is really the bright spot in this Indian Hill team.
Oh, it is the strong point this year. There's a lot more guys returning on defense than there are on offense. Obviously, the only starter on offense, I believe, that is returning is Jim Thomas, as I said, on the offensive line. So a completely different offense from what it was last year, but nevertheless, they're doing a great job this season. If the offense can start producing points, the defense is making incredible stops this year.
And the quarterback's going to keep it. And Daniels is there to make the tackle. Or no, that's Schmidt there to make the tackle. And that's going to be no gain. It's going to be third at about 7.
So far in the fourth quarter, Indian Hill is at 12 first downs. I believe that's for the full game, and Madeira 10.
That is for the full game.
So
we still only have 21 rushing yards, which is uncharacteristic. Last game we had 160, over 160, so that's a huge swing.
But we have 214 yards passing already, which is
picking up, yeah.
Just picking it up.
Oh, and there you go, Marcus Lewis with a great open field tackle. He tracks that one down from a mile away and is able to make the tackle there. Good job by Marcus Lewis.
So the Braves are going to make a switch at D-line. Actually, they're going to switch again because Madeira's bringing out their punting team.
Yeah, Ross and Sam Moore step off the field.
Surprised that Madeira's going to punt with 4th and that close, but I guess they can't afford another Indian Hill score.
Yeah. They might even try to fake it here.
I mean, I'd almost fake it. I'd snap it to the up back.
Yeah. No,
they're not going to.
And that's a line drive. Leonard's able to do it, and they're going to reverse it to Gill. Madeira doesn't see it. Gill's up the sideline. He's going. He's got the kicker to beat. He's got a block, and he's going all the way. Touchdown, Indian Hill. Touchdown, Danny Gill.
Amazing play by Danny Gill. Leonard does the handoff, doesn't really follow through with the fake that much, and none of the Madeira players seem to notice it.
Yeah, they weren't looking for it at all.
With the 65-yard touchdown on the punt return, amazing.
And Danny Gill's had one heck of a game. He's got an interception, forced fumble, return for a touchdown. I mean, he's
I guess
having
it's
a
a
great
toss-up
game.
for game ball now.
Yeah.
You don't know.
So we're going to try to put this one through. This has been our weak point this game, and he gets it off and through. So that's great.
We're figuring out that problem a little bit. Solving that, but special teams for Indian Hill this year are doing a great job returning that touchdown right there, for example. Doing a great job. Able to produce, Indian Hill tonight, able to produce points on offense, defense, and special teams. I mean, that's a great night.
That's key. When you're hitting on all cylinders like that, there's no stopping you. And that's why the score right now is 32-7 with 7:29 left in the game.
So Indian Hill ready to kick off.
They've squibbed it the entire night. We'll see if they do anything different. There's no reason to when you're up by such a lead.
Like Andrew, you look at the team this year too. They've had a couple transfers that came in, and that's just development of the program. Last year we were that good in the city. We got so much recognition. This year the team's great. I mean, I believe they're ranked number 2 in the state right now, actually.
Yeah, they are
for Division III, and they're getting the same recognition again this year. And that's how you develop a program. That's how people come in and kids want to stay here. They don't want to transfer to Moeller or X, and we're not going to lose as many guys anymore because we have this program established. And so for all those younger kids out there in 5th and 6th grade who ran across the field tonight, that is the future of Indian Hill right there, and the future winners at Tomahawk Stadium. So good return here for Madeira. And the defense is going to come on. So a couple substitutions for Indian Hill that haven't really been in so far. Number 95, not quite sure who that is, but he'll be going in at defensive tackle. So a couple different players in.
So we talk about Nick Kiriakis and how he's been the favorite receiver so far. He is actually tied right now with catches. Him and Ted Bolzer both have 5 receptions. Ted for 84 yards and Nick for 78. The difference is Nicky threw one of Ted's receptions.
One of those long receptions, probably about a 40-yard reception.
Yeah.
So
It was around, yeah, it was around 30, 40 yards for that touchdown. So that's the difference. So Nicky has caught 5 passes from Bo, and Ted has caught 4.
So another center snapping the ball to a different quarterback, number 15. So it looks like Indian Hill's going to put in some of their reserve players, and they'll start getting more experience, which is good. And that's exactly how you build a program. You get them in a big game on a Friday night. And
that's something that happened a lot last year. I mean, you look at a game like Deer Park last year. The entire second half, it was, you know,
Sure put up like 49 points in the first.
Yeah,
49 points in the first half.
And then he takes a seat.
And it was, and they didn't, I don't even think they scored or got a first down in the first half. And then we came out. I mean, you look at the team last year. Yeah, we could have had a lot more shutouts, but look how much experience we got, and look how much it's paid off this year for this team.
It's definitely paid off
in general. I mean, yeah, we could have had more shutouts, but that's not important. This year, this team is going to do it. They're going to have the least amount of points scored on them out of any team in history. I mean, averaging just 7 a week. I mean, they're doing a great job to trying to accomplish that.
We got a man open, and he makes the grab. What an exceptional catch for Madeira.
So I don't know what that was. It just got tied up.
He got grabbed in the back and finally stopped, and then they were trying to throw him down, and he's trying to still run, you know, that kind of thing. So he stops around the 15-yard line, but over the shoulder catch, and that's just great awareness and
what a pass by
good
Nick
catch.
Berta.
Yeah, good pass by Nick Berta. Yeah.
So Madeira still proving that they're not out of this one yet. Still 5 minutes and about 30 seconds left. So Madeira definitely not out of this one. Crazier things have happened at Tomahawk Stadium. For example, the Roger Bacon game last year when Indiana came back from a huge deficit.
There's probably something around this because final score is like 34-32.
Tight end to the left side. He's going to release. They're going to run that same pattern again, and he's wide open.
Wide open. That's the
last
same
time they didn't hit the tight end. They actually hit one of the slot receivers. But same route. As a defensive end, you're taught when there's a tight end in there. I mean, we're just forgetting our responsibility. You got to jam the tight end, make sure he doesn't get off the line of scrimmage, so the linebacker has a second to react, especially with a one-step drop like Nick Berta's doing in that situation. You know, you got to jam your tight end and they'll get that settled. You know, they'll work on that. They'll see that in tape tomorrow, and they'll work on that for next week. Yeah.
And we're going to have, that's nearly blocked, but that's up and through, so the score's now 32-14. Indian Hill on top with 5:33 left in the ball game.
So Madeira's probably going to onside kick here. They need the ball back. They need a chance.
I'd imagine they would,
They might not. They might make a stop, but it's questionable to do that because they need quite a few scores. They need 3 scores to even be back into this game. So I look for an onside kick here. You know, and the reserves that might have got in, I don't know if they're going to get in. So depending on what Madeira does here, if Madeira kicks off, the reserves will probably go in. If Madeira doesn't, if they go with the onside kick, then Indian Hill's going to keep their starters. And yeah, that's definitely the hands team going out there. You know, interestingly enough, you know, Joe Waterman on the hands team.
Yeah.
You know, also on the regular kickoff team, but he was a quarterback. You saw some of his skills tonight. Picking up the ball. You know, usually most linemen would just dive on it and be happy with that with the fumble recovery, but nope, Joe picks it up and runs it all the way back 60 yards for the touchdown.
Yeah.
And so Madeira is setting up for the onside kick. So Indian Hill, surprisingly, with no one back that far. We used to always have a safety man in case they kicked it deep, and they really don't have anyone back deep at all.
They got such speed with Danny Gill and
should be
Leonard.
To see how this one turns out. See if Madeira is able to recover it. And it does look like it. Joe Waterman is going to fall on that one and just make a great play.
It's not exactly the best onside kick. You kind of rolled like
you
a
log. You want to try to pop it up usually.
Yeah, and it didn't get that bounce.
I remember my sophomore year when I was on kickoff, and Brendan Mulligan was on the other side, and we were next to Minturn, and the whole thing was for Minturn to return it, to pick up the ball. So Brandon Mulligan and our job was to just he'd kick it straight in the middle of the field and just have it roll, and we'd run full speed at the guy who was going to receive it and just lay him out before he ever touched the ball, and then Minturn was supposed to just lay on top of it after it went 10 yards.
Did that ever work, Peter?
We never actually tried it. I was hoping we were going to try it in one game my sophomore year, but it was necessary, but we didn't actually try it that year.
Yeah, And that's a handoff for a loss of about 2. Loss about 1.
So Indian Hill with a different team in here now.
Yeah, completely different.
Some different linemen.
I mean, you can just tell by the size, Peter.
Completely different team. Yeah, completely different team. You can tell by looking at the size.
And we got Sherp's number 15 out there.
I believe that is a freshman quarterback.
Yeah.
So let's see what they have. Bo Cordell, of course, last year, was able to come in the playoff game as a freshman and throw a touchdown pass to Jake
Into
Kendall.
double coverage.
And that's what pretty much started his whole thing.
Yeah.
And actually, Sherp's first play on varsity and only play his sophomore year, we ran the option back then, and Danny was running it like 5 plays, and they brought Sherp in, and Danny just kept giving me the ball. I was playing fullback at the time, and Sherp pulled it, ran around. They still thought I had the ball. I got tackled by like 3 guys. Sherp ran for the touchdown, got tackled in the corner of that end zone that the Braves are going toward right now. Broke his collarbone, and that was the end of Sherp's sophomore season. But that was his first play. That was his first play on varsity.
Made a big impact his first play.
And so you look at, Bo
Cordell
Cordell the same way,
Yeah.
That was his first real play with the varsity squad, and he was able to score. Actually, I think Joe Waterman in his snap. He's a long snapper for the team. So Joe Waterman with a variety of roles here on the team, plays defense, also the long snapper on the punt team.
And that punt's going to stay in bound. Madeira's going to pick. Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen!
So that's probably the hit of the game right there.
Yeah, it is. Big time hit. Number 78 on Madeira is regretting picking up that ball after he doesn't know what happened there. He got lit up.
So Indian Hill's starting defense still in. No real substitutions there.
Yeah, they just want to they want to make sure that Madeira doesn't score here. We got 3 minutes and 37 seconds left. Indian Hill's in a command of this game.
So Nick Berta's got to be looking deep here. 2 wide receivers out to the right. They're actually going to go with the handoff, which is kind of surprising.
Hand it off. Well, this is a common theme. I mean, they progressively as the game goes on, they've been running it more.
But there's not that much time left.
That's right. So
if you're actually trying to win the game still,
I don't know
you got
if
to
they
go
are.
for the long pass. You got to go for the deep ball now. You need 3 scores to get back into this game. So. Joe Waterman. It's going to be a screen pass. Out to Ramirez. Ramirez trucks him as he's going out of bounds.
He's a big guy. And he's used to pushing people out of the way. He's a linebacker
on defense. And he hits pretty hard, as you can see there, just trucking people out of his way. And I'm sure it's his senior year. It's Tony's senior year at Madeira. I'm sure he's upset with the start they've had at this point, losing 4 games in the CHL and maybe about to lose their 5th. And you just can't be happy with that as a senior.
And so Madeira gets a first down there. They've got the ball at the 30-yard line of Indian Hill. And Nick Berta's looking to pass here. Long ball. He's got a man open. That's intercepted by Matt Keller. And they're going to mark him at the 1-yard line, I think. Yeah, about the 1-yard line.
So that's pretty much the nail in the coffin there, Burgess.
I think so,
that
too.
Interception was it.
And there's 2 minutes and 38 seconds left. They're gonna run the ball here, I would imagine, just because there's not.
Oh yeah, they're definitely gonna run the ball.
There's not much room for them to just take a knee. I don't know how many timeouts. I think maybe they each have 3. I don't know. I think they might have all their timeouts left, but either way, they're on the half-yard line, so they've got no room to move back at all.
I'm surprised. I'm honestly surprised they put in the younger guys here. This is going to be an interesting stand. You know.
Wow, I didn't recognize that.
This could be a safety.
No, it's not. They got a good enough push.
They get some positive yards.
They need to get some guys with some muscle out there. So the clock is winding down with about 2 minutes left. We're gonna have our next play. So if the Braves get a first down here, this ball game's over and we're going home. They're just QB sneaking up the gut. They're gonna say he got forward progress to the 2-inch line. Madeira was calling for a safety briefly there, but they're not gonna get that call. And it's 3rd and 9.5.
So this is going to be interesting if they have to punt on.
Yeah, because it could be
almost
blocked.
The back of the end zone.
That's going to be tough.
That's a tough punt.
But they're going to wind this down to about 1 minute and 15 seconds before they snap the ball. So.
So I think they
start,
might have jumped off sides. I don't know if it was Madeira or Indian Hill. I could see it being Indian Hill having younger guys, and you're nervous.
Yeah, and Madeira's jumping around to try to get him off, and we get a flag. Yeah. So they're going to be backed up to.
No, it's against the defense. So that's beneficial to Indian Hill right there.
Yeah.
Now they got a little more breathing room to punt. I mean, who knows? Maybe they'll pick up the first down.
Yeah.
Haven't really gained too much positive yardage at this
The
point,
good thing is the threat of the safety is almost gone for this play at least. It might be there for the punt, but I mean the clock's winding down. We got under a minute left, and this may be the last play. We got 40 seconds left, and there's a delay of game. And so we're going to march him back to the 2-inch line with 39 seconds left. And then we just got one play, and this one's over.
Actually, I believe that was a timeout for Indian Hill. I think they waited. They told the ref beforehand to call a timeout right when the play clock was almost up. So they get a new play clock.
3rd and 7, 39 seconds left. QB keeper. He's going to be dragged down at the 2-yard line. 3-yard line.
So the clock should run out here.
Yeah.
They shouldn't even have to snap. Maybe they have to get one more playoff. But Indian Hill this season, unbelievable start. 7-0, perfect in the league, perfect record.
And a commanding win here.
I mean, they still have Deer Park and Madeira. They have a share of the CHL title already. You know, the question is now, can they do it again this season? They play their final game at Paul Brown Stadium, and next week, homecoming here at Indian Hill will be a sure treat against the other CHL team that is doing so well this year, surprising a lot of people, Deer Park. Indian Hill wins this one 32-14, and Andrew, the story here tonight was Indian Hill got it done everywhere.
That's very true.
I mean,
it took them a while on offense, but they got it going.
I mean, they get it done on offense. They have 2 touchdowns on offense. They score on defense.
Special teams.
I mean, they get it done everywhere on the field, and they are destined for a great end of this season. For all of us here at Indian Hills Television Network, I'm Peter Carr.
And I'm Andrew Burgess.
So long.